This woman had to raise 6 great-grandkids alone, so the community orchestrated an epic surprise. Being a mother's no easy task, as any parent can tell you, but a great-grandmother known as Miss Ella from Las Vegas, Nevada didn't stop there. Indeed, she went on to bring up her grandchildren and is raising 6 great-grandchildren too. And when the kindly senior fell on hard times, the community noticed her good heart and prepared the biggest surprise for her. Throughout her tribulations, Miss Ella always kept her faith and raised her surrogate children to do the same. But that belief system was no doubt tested when the great-grandma encountered a run of bad luck at the worst possible time. And in winter, things came to a head for her extended family with devastated results. To be more specific, bills mounted up and Miss Ella struggled to make ends meet. Indeed, things were so tough that she didn't even know whether the family would even manage to celebrate Christmas. But the kind-hearted senior's wishes were about to come true thanks in part to a friend from another state. Miss Ella, who's a military widow, has dedicated her life to her loved ones. But everyone needs a helping hand occasionally, and this benevolent great-grandmother was long since overdue one after all the good she's done for her family. Miss Ella has no local friends to rely on and does almost everything herself. All of her income goes on feeding her great-grandchildren and paying the bills, but when her house fell into disrepair, it left Miss Ella with even more problems. Fortunately, there were people looking out for her from afar. You see, Miss Ella has the emotional support of her Californian best friend, Alicentine Miss Alice Miller. Unfortunately, the geographical distance limits contact and they don't get to meet up often. Nevertheless, the pair have remained firm friends. In fact, it was Miller that helped arrange their bestie's incredible surprise. Unable to do much physically to help Miss Ella, Miller contacted someone who could, the Fox 5 Surprise Squad. For its part, the network's viewership can nominate people they think deserve a special act of kindness for their good work. Fox 5 subsequently sends a surprise team to the chosen nominee and offers them a helping hand. Meanwhile, the Fox 5 Surprise Squad works with a number of different organizations to conduct its impressive work. United Nissan in Las Vegas, American Credit Union, and Albertsons Vons all work together as a team with a common goal. According to the network, they want to enhance luck and happiness for the nominee who's given so much for others. And so Miller sent the surprise squad a letter all about Miss Ella's self-struggling friend, and in the subsequent video clip uploaded onto the channel's official YouTube page in December 2018, it revealed what the correspondent said. Reporter Cassandra Jones read out, "Dear Fox 5 Surprise Squad, I need your help with helping a deserving friend of mine in dire need. My friend Miss Ella is a great-grandmother raising 6 great-grandchildren by herself. They're her life," the letter continues. Miss Alice can also be heard on the video saying, "She cooks, cleans for the children, she's truly just a good person." However, she reveals Miss Ella's financial support is limited and inadequate. The help she receives each month is just not enough to get by, Jones quotes. Miller explains to Fox 5 via telephone that she's tried to help her best friend whenever possible. For example, one problematic issue for Miss Ella was her house's leaking water system. In the video, Miller explains, Miss Ella needs someone to help her with her water at her house. That bill's $900 and she pays $200 a month on it, and it's not going down. Sometimes there's a light at the end of the tunnel, you know? Indeed, Miss Alice hoped Fox 5 Surprise Squad would be that light. Without intervention, Miss Ella and her great-grandchildren wouldn't be able to celebrate Christmas, but the great-grandmother's plight and her close friendship with Miss Alice touched the Fox 5 team. As a result, they decided to visit Miss Ella. Her friend only hoped she could witness the moment the surprise team arrived. "I just wish I could see her if you guys knocked on her door, oh my god," Miss Alice chuckles in the video. She continues, "I want her to know that someone cares." And soon Miss Ella discovers that someone is indeed looking out for her when Fox 5s arrive at the house and Jones introduces herself. The minute Miss Ella sees who's on her doorstep, she becomes incredibly emotional and breaks down in tears. And when Jones tells the great-grandma that they got a letter from someone, she instantly knows who. Miss Ella mouths the name Alice through her tears, continuing, "We're like sisters, she checks on me all the time." As Jones holds the crying Miss Ella, she announces the Fox 5 Surprise Squad's first gift. Reporter Jones continues, "Guess what? Miller's here today." At first, the sobbing senior doesn't believe her ears, but then her friend appears from around the corner. She embraces both Jones and Miss Ella before heading inside to talk. After settling down, Jones asks Miss Ella about her great-grandchildren and how she feels. She replies, "Oh Lord, they mean so much to me. They're my heart, I had to rescue them." However, through her tears, Miss Ella admits that she can't face a conversation about their past. "I don't want to go all into it," the emotional great-grandmother says through her tears. Meanwhile, she explains how she felt helpless too, unable to do anything but watch Miss Ella suffer. The former exclaims, "And God knows what she's going through because she's hurting and I'm hurting because I can't help her." Miller then reveals how desperate the situation was for Miss Ella and how things were on a knife edge. She says, By the time she's paid for the house, car, insurance, and fed 6 kids, everything's gone. Furthermore, denying her great-grandchildren Christmas was heartbreaking for Miss Ella. In the video, Miss Ella elaborates, "I hate to say we aren't celebrating Christmas this year. I say, Grandma will see about it. I've got to pay the bills, first." But her friend Miller's letter got through to the people who could help. The Fox 5 Surprise Squad then brings some kindly folk with them who are instrumental in turning Miss Ella's situation around. To be specific, Jones introduces Miss Ella to representatives of 2 different companies. Bob Cleveland is from the charity Rebuilding Together, which works to renovate and repair buildings in the community. Between 1988 and 2018, the organization's renovated over 210,000 structures and has over 4 million volunteers assisting it. In addition, Becky White of Aqua Plumbing accompany the Surprise Squad, and together they promise Miss Ella they'll help get her home into shape in their own special ways. For Cleveland's part, his work will focus on repairing the damages to the great-grandma's property, and he describes what he'd do on the video. "We're gonna take all the water issues in the yard," Cleveland tells Miss Ella. "We're gonna fix the leak in the yard and we're gonna replace the toilets." And then he adds, "We're going to pay the balance of the water bill for you so you don't have to worry about it anymore." Miss Ella can't believe what she's hearing and her mouth drops open in surprise. Then she bursts into tears of joy as she shares hugs with both Miller and White, and touchingly, Miss Ella's face lights up with a smile of genuine happiness. "I feel good," Miss Ella says, laughing heartily. But that's just the beginning of the Surprise Squad's gifts, as Jones subsequently reveals. In fact, they've also arranged a treat for both her and Miss Alice. Indeed, Fox 5 have arranged a spa day for both women while the team fixes up the house. "We want you guys to be able to enjoy each other, reconnect, catch up, spend some time together," Jones says. And when the reporter leads Miss Alice and Miss Ella outside, they discover they'll be traveling in style. Indeed, a limousine is waiting for the women, driven by a chauffeur holding a beautiful bunch of flowers. As the limousine takes the ladies away, work begins on Miss Ella's property in earnest. Jones says, "Our whole squad's here, even station management. Everybody's getting their hands dirty, pitching in to give those kids the best Christmas possible." Furthermore, Artie White of Aqua Plumbing says Miss Ella's future water bill should be much lower. He adds, "She doesn't need to be spending all her money on her water bill, and it should go down somewhere between $35 and $40. Additionally, the Surprise Squad have even replaced Miss Ella's weathered furniture. Meanwhile, RC Wiley Home Furnishing swings by to supply Miss Ella with some lovely new home decor. And by the time they're finished, the great-grandmother's house looks like an entirely new property. Then the only thing left to wait is for the lady of the hour to come home and witness the Surprise Squad's incredible work. After a day at the spa, a refreshed Miss Ella arrives back to a fanfare of applause from the crowd assembled in her front yard. Fox 5 Surprise Squad newcomer Faven Kay meets the great-grandmother, who states she enjoyed her spa day and even got her hair dyed. Kay then informs Miss Ella, "We fixed the water leak concerns for you so you don't have to worry about that. And we really wanted to spread a little extra Christmas cheer because you deserve it," Kay continues. And with that, the team leads Miss Ella inside to see what changes they've made. But when she walks through the door, the great-grandma's so overcome with emotion, she has to sit down and falls into the nearest chair. "It's so beautiful," an emotional Miss Ella says through tears of joy. However, the changes go far beyond the living room, as Kay explains to the stunned great-grandmother. And as Miss Ella catches her breath, Kay tells her, "As you can see, you have some new furniture and a new TV." "Miss Ella, as you can see, there are also some Christmas presents for all your great-grandkids," Kay continues, "along with $500 gift cards for each and every one of them so you can take them Christmas shopping." And the reporter highlights a gift on the tree for Miss Ella herself, too. Kay adds, "And we know you like to cook, right? There's a $500 Albertsons gift card there for you to make that happen." Yet even being showered with all these gifts, Miss Ella's mind is still on her great-grandchildren. She marvels, "Oh, they're gonna have a fit." Fox 5's Kay has only one question for Miss Ella. "How will this Christmas be different from the previous one?" And the latter responds, "The children can get what they want, and then we've got pretty furniture. It was a lot. It'll be so different and so happy." And then comes the Surprise Squad's final treat. Kay introduces a friend of the network who's very keen to meet Miss Ella, Don Foreman, co-owner of United Nissan. He asks for a hug from the big-hearted great-grandmother as soon as he sees her, and then explains his presence. He's there to present her with something concealed in the red gift box. "So from our family at United Nissan, we've got a little gift for you," Foreman says. "We thought this would be fantastic for the holidays." He subsequently draws Miss Ella's attention to the package he placed on the table. He then gestures her to open it and explains its contents. "So we're gonna pay for your house for the next year," Foreman then announces. And Miller looks just as surprised as Miss Ella, who can't believe what's happening. She hides her face in her hands before reaching out to the man for another hug. Miss Ella then adds, "Thank you," followed by Miller, who says, "That's so wonderful." Then when Miss Ella's great-grandchildren turn home, they can't believe what's happened. They look around the house open-mouthed at all the new furniture, then head straight to their great-grandma for a hug. Then one of the children says of Christmas, "It's not about the presents, it's about the love for your family." And as for the surprise squad, they just feel blessed to have been able to help Miss Ella. Foreman adds, "She has love pouring out of her, she lights you up inside. And every word she was saying, I was tearing up because she's just real, she's loving, and she's fantastic."